Dear students, good morning. All of you are most welcome in this morning session of English literature. I am Dr. Naresh Agarwal going to represent a social aspect of Indian society to make a Kisan Sangh, Kisan Union. The essay named Tune into the Voice of the Deprived, written by Aruna Roy. She was an eminent political and social activist in India, and she is the founder of Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan, an organization devoted to empowering workers and peasants and increasing the accountability of local governments. She was born in Chennai in 1946. She is well known for her effort to fight corruption and promote government transparency. She served in Indian Administrative Services for 6 years between 1968 and 1974. In 1975, she has resigned from IAS services to join the Social Work and Research Center, a rural development organization in Tilonia in Rajasthan, founded by her husband Bunkar Roy. She received the Raymond Magsaysay Award from Philippines for community leadership in 2000 and also received the prestigious Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for Excellence in Administrative and Academic Management in 2010. Dear students, let me start the essay in detail. In her thought-inspiring words, Aruna Roy expresses that even though our democratic system offers everyone equal rights to formulate their own future regardless of caste, creed, race, and religion, in reality there is a gap between theory and practice. Democracy theoretically offers every individual an equal voice in deciding our own future. That is called empowerment. But there is always a gap between saying and doing. कथनी और करनी में फ़र्क है. Between the theory and practice of democracy. India is a democratic country, but both the sanctity of public space and individual freedom coexist with the attempt to curtail it. However, the real danger lies in the lack of protest when there is a deliberate attempt to limit these spaces. The biggest horror of any individual or community is when there is marginalization of women and Dalits and oppression of the poor. The spaces for dissent of these marginalized and vulnerable sections of society must be made and protected. Dear students, यहाँ मैं एक बात कहूँगा. उस ज़माने में 1975 में जब इन्होंने IAS की सर्विस छोड़ी और ये संगठन बनाया, तब ऐसा हुआ होगा. हमारे जन्म से भी पहले या उस समय की बातें हैं. लेकिन आज मीरा कुमार सिंह लोकसभा की स्पीकर थी, दलित वुमेन थी. हमारे कॉन्टेम्परेरी ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया कोविंद जी, he is from also Dalit. So today it cannot be said that Dalits are Dalit more. No, they are equal. All Indians are equal. However, okay, it does not matter. I am to start. The author says that in a sense Democracy is at its best when it is kept simple and straightforward. That is, when the original spirit of it is not deformed and its principles are applied honestly without any prejudices or differences. But practically, it is not so. Even after so many years of independence, democracy exists in its limited sense. The vote given by public to form the government is only an affirmation and the people being sovereign in a democratic framework. In fact, people have no direct role in formulating government. The challenge we have before us today is to having a system of governance of by the people, to the people, and for the people. The challenge, in one sense, has been to return in more meaningful ways to having a system of governance of this type in practical manner. According to Aruna Roy, democracy gives everyone the right to act, but it is unfortunate that many of us are denied the right to act because of caste, class, or religious or gender prejudices. She further states that democracy provides the right to act to all citizens, but it is unfortunate that many sections of our society are deprived of, वंचित हैं of this right in अधिकारों से because of caste, class, religion, gender based society. Even more unfortunately, they who can act are neither perspective nor care for social causes. Those who can act do not do so. They neither perceive their role nor even think of a social agenda. Collective action is very important to bring about a change in current situation of India, she thought. Campaigns have repeatedly demonstrated the power to collective participation to change the direction of governance. The author stresses on the importance of collective actions like campaigns and dharnas to bring about change in current situations. अरुणा रॉय IAS थी तो इन्होंने सब देखा कि मज़दूरों के लिए, किसानों के लिए, ज़रूरतमंदों के लिए धरना प्रदर्शन ज़रूरी है, सरकार के आगे करना ये ठीक है। उन्होंने अपने तरीके से बातें लिखी, इसलिए हम पढ़ रहे हैं क्योंकि सिलेबस में है। She further adds that even our existing laws can be made more effective with the involvement of common masses in different stages of conception. To formulate, to implement a democratic practices in India, laws with far-reaching consequences like the Right to Information Act and the Employment Guarantee Act can come about through the involvement of ordinary people in the conception, formulation and implementation of law and policy. The author Aruna Rai says that she does not see empowerment in disappearance of problems, but in the strength and ability to deal with them. As we reach the end of campaign and achieve something, in the seeds of that achievement lie the problems of future, maybe even of the present. The author means to say that problem is endless process, especially in India like country. One problem originates from the other problem. एक समस्या से दूसरी समस्या नई नई उत्पन्न होती रहती है. It is a natural law. Democracy primarily requires common sense. Ordinary Indians have it in plenty, and we should perceive the spirit of democracy, give it respectability, and credence. Aruna Roy concludes the essay by saying that empowerment is the recognition of our collective political responsibility. We need to use the power we have with intelligence and courage. She states that democracy is not confined only to the casting of votes and being critical political issues. What is needed is real empowerment, which lies in the realization of collective political responsibility. प्रिय श्रोता विद्यार्थियों, ये अरुणा रॉय जब इन्होंने पूरी तरह 1975 में आईएएस सर्विस छोड़ दी तो इन्होंने देखा कि भारतीय समाज को एम्पावरमेंट, सशक्तिकरण की तरफ ले जाया जाए। तो इन्होंने सबसे पहले एक ही कार्य देखा कि जो भारतीय किसान है, मज़दूर है, इनका शोषण हो रहा है। सरकार की नीतियाँ उस समय सही नहीं थी, वास्तव में उस समय नीतियाँ सही नहीं थी और इनका बहुत ज़्यादा शोषण किया जाता था सरकार के द्वारा। तो इन्होंने एक ये भारतीय किसान संघ का निर्माण किया, संगठन का, और इन्होंने एक विशेष रूप से बात कही है कि एम्पावरमेंट का मतलब है सशक्तिकरण। समाज सशक्तिकरण की तरफ कब होगा? जब डेमोक्रेसी लागू होगी। वास्तव में डेमोक्रेसी कहना बहुत सरल है, निभाना, लागू करना बहुत मुश्किल है। इन्होंने कहा सेइंग एंड डूइंग, कथनी और करनी में फ़र्क होता है। जब प्रैक्टिकल और थ्योरी की बात दोनों की सामने आती है तो डेमोक्रेसी को लागू करना बहुत ही मुश्किल हो जाता है। हमारे समाज को चाहिए कि हम, क्योंकि उस समय हमें बहुत ज़्यादा हम विकसित नहीं थे, आज़ादी मिले कोई 30-40 साल ही हुए थे, 45 साल, 35-40 साल। तो उस समय उन्होंने भारतीय जो समाज देखा, क्योंकि थी तो इसी समाज की पली बड़ी हुई, उन्होंने जो वास्तव में भारतीय समाज को देखा और कितनी प्रकार की समस्याएं हैं, उन्होंने यहाँ देखा कि एंडलेस प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, अनंत समस्याएं हैं, बट द प्रॉब्लम इज़ एन एंडलेस प्रोसेस। प्रॉब्लम अपने आप में एंडलेस प्रोसेस है, एंड द प्रोसेस ऑफ फाइंडिंग द सोल्यूशन इज़ इन आवर हैंड। द प्रोसेस ऑफ फाइंडिंग सोल्यूशन, और उन समस्याओं का हल ढूंढना, ये हमारे हाथ में है। और किसान लोग कब ये कर पाएंगे? जब वो कलेक्टिव होंगे, एक साथ सरकार के सामने अपनी आवाज़ उठाएंगे, तब जा कर के गरीब समाज की आवाज़ को, दलितों की आवाज़ को, महिलाओं की दबी हुई आवाज़ को ऊपर तक पहुंचाया जाएगा और उनको जस्टिस, न्याय मिलेगा। जय हिंद, जय भारत।